Here we go. Double feature. I don't know if I'll upload this at the same time, but it's another Big Bad Toy Store delivery. Slice. Let's move that out of the way. Slice. We need sword slice and sound effects from old cartoons. What could it be? I'm thinking a One Piece figure. Or a snail shell figure. Even better, it's a Kamen Rider figure. It is Shocker Combatman. I got another Shocker character. We'll do a comparison another time. This is the upgraded version. Now I can have two Shocker henchmen fighting a Kamen Rider. Or 1-on-1, or 2-on-2, with multiple Kamen Riders. The villains are currently outnumbered. Choking hazard. Well, we wouldn't want that, would we? Yeah, I love those henchman-type characters. You know what I mean? Foot soldiers, Shocker Combatman, Team Rocket. You know the where they're wearing the black suits with the hats. You know what I mean? That kind of ones. Lots of shows with those. This one seems way more advanced than the other one. It's way more solid. Obviously, I don't have that one beside me now, but we'll do another comparison another time. For now, we'll just focus on this figure. Overall, he's a little more hefty. Not so loose. I don't know if that's because that's such an old figure. Let's take a close look here. I like the whole recessed look. It looks a little cheap toyish, you know? He looks very skeletal, which I guess works. But the other Kamen Rider figures kind of look like a guy in a suit. This guy literally looks like he's got like plastic detachable arms, you know? It's got a certain appeal to it. All right. So, other than it looking like a toy, which isn't so bad. I mean, I like the Kaneko Man figures that look like that, but he kind of supposed to look like that. The face has a, again, it's got a little bit of that cheap plastic look, but I don't know. For some reason, with this, I say it kind of works. It's pretty accurate. Has that nice skeletal look. Got this cool Shocker logo. So yeah, like I was saying, out of focus. In focus. One of the benefits to it having the typical plastic action figure toy look, you know, and not the premium figure look, is the joints seem to be just ready to move. Seems to have a nice semi... Now, I wouldn't call that a butterfly joint, but there is like a recessed shoulder joint that kind of like moves in and out, if you can see that. It's like a pseudo butterfly joint. Goes all the way around. He's got not a bicep swivel, but it swivels at the shoulder. So I guess that's kind of a bicep swivel. He's got a double joint for the elbow. Like that. Okay. Hand turns around. Head 360. Ooh, comes down really low. You get on down that low. Seems to have a separate neck joint to his head. His head's removable. Has a not quite maybe an ab crunch joint, you could say that, you know. Looks really cool with the fake rib cage thing going there. Twists like that. Side to side. Doesn't, yeah, he's got a waist joint at the top. And doesn't go too far. I think you might be able to work it in, but I want to, really work it in nicely, not force it the first day and break it, Then we have the legs. The legs seem to be really well done. It's got nice, it's like a big ball joint there, but it works. It kind of makes it look like it's like a long boot over there. That's kind of cool. It doesn't go too far back like that. The knee is not, yeah, it's a double jointed knee. So he bends all the way back like that. Not perfectly. Ankle like this, all the way around. Then we got a toe joint, so you can get a nice back preparing to run pose, or, like a fighting pose. Because they use a lot of real martial arts in those old Kamen Rider videos. There we are. It's what should be standard, in terms of joints. They should all have this at least. Head's detachable. He's got angry combat face and knocked out or sleeping face, or awakened from experimentation or brainwashing. Because you know what I noticed about the original Shocker Combatman? There seems to be a series of them. There's regular guys who are like human beings just putting on the costume. They work for Shocker. I don't know if they're working willingly. Then there's guys that are brainwashed. Then there are guys who are like genetically modified. So that kind of explains why some of them are so easily beaten or could be beaten by human characters. I mean, unless it's Tachibana Tobe. I mean, he's something special. He's not just an ordinary human, even though technically he is. So that kind of explains that. He comes with a bunch of hands. We've got 2 weapon-holding hands. Karate chop hand, or just open palm. Yeah, it looks very karate chop-like. Another karate chop hand. Other side. Open gesture hands, also grabbing. And that's pretty much it in terms of hands. He's got this cool staff weapon that I've seen with the other Shocker Combatman. You often see Kamen Riders with those as well. This machete with a actual Shocker organization logo symbol on it. That's not Shocker, that's Shadow Law and Street Fighter 2V. No. Obviously that was copying Shocker. Can't get it too close, this one, for some reason. It remains out of focus. We'll just keep it over there. Maybe get a nice high-resolution video of it later. So that's Shocker Combatman. Not too much to say about it. I'd say if you're not too into the series, maybe skip it, stick with the regular figures. But if you're like really into the series, you're going to want at least one of these guys to face off against Kamen Rider. They don't make enough of the monster or creature or villain figures. I know I said I wasn't going to do a comparison, but I can at least do one. So we can at least do a quick comparison between the other Shocker Combatman. See, this one's a little more lanky. He's a little more loose. Let's just do a quick comparison. He's taller, and he's a little wider. But I guess they're about the same, but, for some reason he looks tougher. This one looks a little more apathetic, like, what are you doing? He's like, come on, buddy, let's get him. You got the cool henchman vibe from these guys. And not just like your foot soldier henchmen, like whole army, but the 2 buddy henchmen. You know what I mean? One guy's a little taller, one guy's a little stronger. Nice duo. We can have them battle against the Riders. But let's just see how well they stand. Put a little effort into it. There we go. No. There, perfect. He stands pretty well. I guess that's part of the review too. This guy, the lanky, skinny guy. There we go. There. And then, of course, Ambassador Hell. Shorter than both of them. I guess that kind of works because he got, big tough guys as some of the Shocker Combatman, even though he's considerably tougher than they are. Let's put him up front. Because he's not one of the villains that just, even though he is a bit cowardly, and, when push comes to shove, as many villains are, he's also a villain who's not afraid to show his face. Ambassador Hell. I had an old review of this guy. I'll probably bring that up, maybe do another one. Anyways, like I said, Shocker Combatman. This one here looks pretty cool. A little action figure-like, and same goes with this one. But I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. It's from the SH figuarts, or figuarts, or whatever way you're going to pronounce it. Tamashii Nations. It's a nice addition to the villain collection. So you can get a little counter to the Kamen Rider collection. One day I hope they come up with some of the more popular kaijin from the original series. Anyways, bye.